Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and you've clicked on another episode of my magical plant series. Today we are going to talk about the magical, passionate, lusty Damiana. Now this particular plant has two scientific or Latin names. The first one is Turnera aphrodisiaca, and the second one is Turnera diffusa. Now, here's my theory on why the two different names. Turnera aphrodisiaca, I think, was the first name, which kind of gives it away. It kind of takes the mystery out of what its use is for. So they go by Turnera diffusa to kind of hide that magical and medicinal use. So the more popular name is Turnera diffusa. So that's just my theory, and the way I've looked at the lore and everything, that's kind of where I'm leaning toward, and that's just my theory. So the folk names are Mexican holly, old woman's broom, pastor's herb, deer herb, and little oregano. That one's my favorite. It cracks me up because it does not smell like oregano at all. It has beautiful floral notes and a sweetness to it. It smells like tea, like tea leaves. It is wonderful in tea and wonderful to smoke as well. So we'll talk about that today. So it originated from Central and South America, and its use dates back to the ancient Aztec and Mayan times. Now, traditionally, Damiana was used as a powerful sexual tonic for both men and women. And countless anecdotes have been passed around about this herb's ability to restore sexual energy and vitality and strengthen male and female reproductive systems. Even its scientific name, Turnera aphrodisiaca, clearly indicates its intended use. There again, we have that open book as far as what its intended use is. So it's kind of out in the open. But before we get into too much folklore, this is a message from my sponsors. There you go. This video is sponsored by Yeti Scrubs. Make dry skin an urban legend. Their premium salt scrub combines the finest Pacific sea salt, Himalayan, and Dead Sea salt to gently and luxuriously remove dead skin cells, leaving your skin renewed and radiant. Their blend of natural oils provide lasting moisture that I can feel for days. They even carry a lip scrub, lotion, bath bombs, laundry detergent, bath soaks, and even more. So here's the deal. Go to yetiscrubs.com, enter the code veiledwitch, VEILEDWITCH, and get free shipping on all your orders. Go now. Now, in Greek, Damiana is a masculine word that means to tame or subdue. And Damiana refers to the feminine version, meaning the one who tames. So now we see this duality working. That way we can tell it's for both men and women, whether we're wanting to tame or we're wanting to be the one who tames. So we've got that duality going on, which I really, really enjoy. Most aphrodisiac herbs are either intended for men or women. So here we have, it works for both, which is wonderful. So Damiana was used by the Boikura, I hope I'm saying that right, in the Baja region as an aphrodisiac and mood enhancer. And the Mayans also valued this plant for its ability to uplift and soothe the nervous system. And in Mexican folklore, Damiana, and I know I'm going to butcher this, so I'm going to put it up on the screen because I saw this word and I almost didn't want to talk about it because this goddess's name is, I don't even know. So I'm going to give it a try. It's associated with the love goddess Zoquetzal? I don't know, and I'm so sorry if I mispronounce that word, but that was a tough one, you guys. It's often said that the herb was one of her favorite plants and that she would often use it in her love potions and rituals. So Damiana's reputation as a love potion was so renowned that it became an integral part of various rituals and celebrations. And during weddings and fertility rites, Damiana leaves were often scattered or burned to invoke blessings of passion and prosperity for the couple. So, you know, instead of throwing rice, they would strew Damiana leaves everywhere. So much better for the environment and the birds. The herb was also used in festivals celebrating the cycles of nature, such as the harvest season, where its presence symbolizes the fertility of the earth and the interconnectedness of all life. So wherever it was grown abundantly, that echoed the abundance of the blessing for the couple. So I thought that was cool. Now, in the 19th century, Damiana gained popularity in the US as a natural tonic and mood enhancer, and it was often used as a caffeine substitute and often added to Coca-Cola as a flavoring. And I can see that it is sweet and a little bit flowery, and yeah, I can see it as an additive for Coca-Cola. That's pretty cool. And during the early 20th century, it was even added in some tobacco blends as a flavoring agent. So we got a little of, you know, our vices, our colas, and our tobacco use, and just kind of adding a little bit of that nerve tonic in there as like a little relaxant. And plus it smells and tastes wonderful, so why not add it in, right? More the merrier. So that is pretty much the folklore of Damiana as far as I could find. There's not a whole lot, but I hope you enjoyed what I found. Now on to the medicinal properties. It is a natural mood enhancer. I testify to that. It helps regulate stress and anxiety. It is a muscle relaxant and reduces pain. It acts as a sedative. It increases dopamine to aid depression. It promotes hormone balance, improves energy levels. It acts as a natural aphrodisiac for both men and women, and helps relieve headaches, aids digestion, and acts as a natural tonic for the body. So here we have all of these wonderful things that you can add to your tea or your smoking blends. So there you go. So on to magical properties. The element is fire. The gender is masculine. The planet is Mars. So the day of the week it is most potent is Tuesday. So you can use this herb in magical spells and rites to help heal a broken heart, to ease burdens, to offer peace, to activate visions and lucid dreaming, and love and lust potions, and in sex magic to help achieve orgasm quicker and easier. So let me just caveat that by just a little bit of warning about love spells. Now, I teach my students this one little axiom that I learned a long time ago. And I tend to live by this. As far as love spells go, just remember, never start a marriage with a kidnapping. And what I mean by that is, if you do a love spell for a specific person to love you, you will never know how they truly feel. You know, if you have to drag them kicking and screaming into a relationship, do you really want that? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but for me, I would rather be with somebody who really wants to be with me. Otherwise, if I have to drag them kicking and screaming to love me, I will know in my heart that they never wanted it in the first place. So that's just my spiel. Take it or leave it. As far as sex magic goes, I tend to be the only one involved in the sex magic that I do. And, you know, I just think that if you use orgasm to charge, let's say, a spell or a sigil, just make sure that whoever you are doing that with is aware of what you're doing. That's just my advice, again. Because, you know, I think it's important that everyone involved knows what's going on. You know, it's kind of not fair to them to involve them in sex magic unless they consent. So that's just, again, take it or leave it. That's just my advice. Now, moving on to my personal uses. I do not use Damiana in any of my holistic healing or magical products at all. I'm kind of selfish about my Damiana. I don't want to give it away, so this is mine. I tend to use this for my personal use only. And I will either add it to a tea or I will add it to cannabis. And I do that before meditation, before sleep, before divination session, to open my third eye and relax me enough to where I can be fully present in that meditation or ritual or divination session. So it really helps to get me present. It really helps to open my third eye and to relax me enough to sit still. I'm quite the squirmer when I meditate. So I fiddle with my crystals a lot. I will grab a deck and shuffle. So I really need to, if I really need to calm myself and so that I can be fully present and in trance, I use Damiana quite a bit for that. That is my only personal use for it. So there you have it. That was Damiana. Please leave me your uses for Damiana down in the comments below. Please like and subscribe this video if you'd like to see more of my magical plant series. We have a lot that I haven't talked about that we're going to be talking about. I have dandelion next. We're going to talk about the root. We're going to talk about the leaves. We're going to talk about the flower and the seeds and the whole thing. So, yeah. You can also financially support this channel by buying me a coffee. The details are down below. You can book a tarot reading from my tarot reader on my website or by going to his YouTube channel at Wild Raven Tarot. Bobby Fierro is my tarot reader. He's amazing. You can also book a class, buy tickets to a workshop, or schedule an energy session with me. That is all in my website as well. You can also shop my herbal store. Just remember to enter the code word veiled, all caps, at checkout. That is only for my YouTube subscribers and guests. That gets you free shipping, which is a huge discount. So take advantage of that. Other than that, live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.